especially as we're dealing with the climate crisis. We're getting into the summer weather. We need something like this that can complement the other renewable resources we have in our state.
Stern says companies will have to work with other stakeholders, including native tribes and commercial fishermen, before they can actually put turbines in the water. He says he's hopeful we'll see some of these projects completed by the end of the decade. Getting around one area of Los Angeles will be cheaper and easier for people who find themselves priced out of many rideshare services.
The service that we're rolling out opens the door for more people to have access to transportation services that they need and deserve.
People who live here in downtown LA in Council District 14 who are in a wheelchair or who have other mobility challenges can hop a ride on Wavelength. It is an on-demand, wheelchair-accessible van service.
This pilot project with a $55,000 grant that will allow my constituents in all of City Council District 14 to go anywhere in City Council District 14 for just $3 a ride for a maximum of 8 rides a month.
That's Los Angeles Councilmember Kevin De Leon. The grant money comes from his district's discretionary fund. It will subsidize 800 rides within downtown Los Angeles. At Pershing Square, Craig Figner, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
An LA judge has dismissed misdemeanor battery and theft charges against actor Shia LaBeouf after he successfully completed a 12-month diversion program. Those charges stem from a 2020 altercation between the 35-year-old LaBeouf and another man on Sunset Boulevard. The diversion program included regular therapy sessions for anger management issues and the use of an alcohol monitoring device and random tests to make sure he was staying sober. Airport and casino revenue reports in Nevada show that gambling continued a 14-month hot streak in April. Return of international flights through Las Vegas boosted travel almost to levels seen before the pandemic. Over 4 million passengers flew into or out of Harry Reid International Airport last month, and nearly 3.4 million tourists visited the Las Vegas area. The Nevada Gaming Control Board says statewide casinos earned more than $1 billion, and that made last month the best April ever for the state, for Clark County, and for Las Vegas. Time for a tip of your money. Here is Tom Busby.
Oh, just minutes to go ahead of the closing bell, Larry, and stocks are on track to notch big gains this Friday and snap 7 weeks in a row of losses. Right now, the Dow 482 points, that's 1.5% higher. The NASDAQ 3% higher, 350 points. The S&P up more than 2%, 89 points. That is really good news. A lot of tech stocks much higher, like, let's see, Tesla up 7%, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet all higher. All this after consumer spending rose in April. That's for the 4th month in a row. And we saw a little bit of a slowdown last month in the growth rate of inflation. The big winner today, computer giant Dell. Those shares up 12.5%. It beat earnings last quarter thanks to a whole lot of businesses updating their computers and networking services as more employees came back to the office. Sales up 16%, so a good day all around on Wall Street. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Coming up on KNX after more than 35 years, Top Gun. That film is back in theaters this weekend. How are the reviews? We'll let you know in about 2 minutes. Also, check the traffic as well. Coming up on KNX, that's roughly in about 3 minutes. Stay with us.
In Southern California, things happen fast. Breaking news from Orange County.
Traffic slows down in a hurry. You're on the 22 eastbound. It's pretty slow out of Garden Grove into the Crush.
To keep up, you gotta check KNX.
In the morning, at noon, and before the end of your day.
KNX News, 97.1 FM. Everything you need, every time you listen.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Lennox Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Lennox Financial at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind.
Licensed by the Department.
Business oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. Visit us at LennoxLoans.com or call for additional cost information. Other restrictions apply. Rates subject to change.
Attention LA and surrounding counties homeowners. We Buy LA is looking to buy an additional 5 houses in the next few weeks. We can pay cash and close in as little as 5 days. We buy houses in any condition and any location throughout LA and the counties. Call today, 323-238-9000, or go to our website at WeBuyLA.com. Fill out your information and we'll reach out to you. We buy houses, condos, land, and apartment buildings. Call us today to get an offer. 323-238-9000. That's 323-238-9000. Or go online to WeBuyLA.com. The process takes just 7 minutes to get a completely free, no-obligation cash offer for your property. Call us now. 323-238-9000. 323-238-9000. That's 323-238-9000. Once again, that's 323-238-9000.
It's Denise Fondo. Memorial Day savings starts now at award-winning Carson Toyota. Now get special 1.75% financing on a new shipment of selected 2022 Toyotas, including Corolla and Camry. Or get up to $1,000 TFS cash on select new 2022 Toyotas. Or buy today with zero money down. It's your choice at family-owned Carson Toyota. Call 877-695-0123 for details. Carson Toyota, home of zero money down. Need new kitchen cabinets? Come see the 7,000 square foot showroom and amazing designers at the Kitchen Store in Culver City. Plus, they're having a huge sale. Visit 310kitchen.com today.
Summer enrollment at Santa Monica College is now open for both on-campus and online classes. The #1 transfer college is over $50 million in new financial aid. Secure your future with an affordable world-class education at only $46 a unit. Enroll now at smc.edu.
When searching for a new garage door or a garage door repair service, visit MesaGarageDoors.com.
This is Jacob Emrani. If you've been in an accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
It is 12:54 at KNX. If you have a need for speed, you'll get it this weekend.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell. 36 years after the original, Top Gun returns to theaters. Top Gun Maverick.
He seems to think that there's something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
It is so amazing, it is so rousing and exhilarating, way better than the original, and you don't even need to see the original.
LA movie critic Scott Matz has seen Maverick. He says this is the real deal.
It's not only the best movie of this year, it's the best movie of last year and the year before that. I think it's going to make more than $125 million domestic for the 4-day Memorial weekend.
Matz goes one step further. He says Maverick should be considered for an Oscar this year. Chris Seaton's KNX News 97.1 FM.
Coming up on KNX News, one local high school is closed for the day because of a threat made online. We'll have details for you at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock. It's now 12:55. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. This report brought to you by Grocery Outlet. Here's Tom Tran.
Let's start with problems over on the 405. Brian Douglas, keep an eye on these delays with the Southern California Toyota dealers 405 Jam Cam.
It's all because of a crash. It's now a SIG alert for the North 405 at Century Boulevard. Car pulled left lane directly affected, and, well, your drive is as well. From El Segundo Boulevard, it's going to be a little tough on that northbound side. If you do need to make it to LAX, if you hop off, move over to Sepulveda, that looks okay. It's an alternate. Southbound side of the 405, already slow. Really slow from before you even get to Getty Center, down the hill, all the way to Howard Hughes.
Eastbound drives looking pretty rough for anybody trying to get out of town. That 210 has been busy for the last hour or so. The slowing starts back near Orange Grove Boulevard. Busy all the way over towards Huntington Drive. The eastbound 1060 starts to slow out of East LA from just about the 710. Over on the northbound 5, Golden State Freeway, jammed up trying to get up towards the Santa Clarita area. Backed up from 405 split all the way up towards, looks like it isn't going to get any better until you get past Lyons. The 15 has been a mess trying to get through the Cajon Pass. That slowing starts over near Glen Helen Park, up towards the 138. Are you looking for a way to beat rising prices this Memorial Day? Stop by your local grocery outlet for huge savings. Get the grill going, a healthy alternative. Impossible Burgers, 6-count packages of burgers, patties. Burger patties are just $9.99. Your next report, 105. More reports more often from the CarsonToyota.com 24-hour traffic center. KNX News 97.1 FM.
And currently right now, 68 degrees in downtown LA. It's 12:57.
Have you been turned down for a mortgage because you're self-employed, a 1099 earner, or real estate investor? Most lenders make approvals seem impossible, especially for the self-employed. With Accelerate Capital, you sign your own P&L. No CPA or tax preparer needed. Accelerate Capital, the premier lender designed for the self-employed. When others say no, we say yes. And Accelerate Capital is one of the only lenders combating high interest rates, with rates up to 2% lower than competitors. Credit score above 680? We offer 30-year fixed rates in the low 5s, adjustable rates in the low 4s. We even have a no-income documents product. Call now, 800-343-7994. 800-343-7994. Or visit Equal Housing Lender. Call for details. NMLS ID number 1165716. Not all will qualify. California DFPI license number 41DBO45150. Additional restrictions may apply. Loans made or arranged pursuant to the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act.
I'm Melinda Lee, suggesting the season's perfect celebration. A trip to Aldec Home, overflowing with wonderful ways to beautify your home. Summer classics, the highest quality outdoor furniture anywhere. Find out why. Discover how comfortable it is and how beautiful. Silk flowers, custom-made trees, planters, vases, cards, books, so much more. Take time to explore and enjoy Aldec Home on Sepulveda in Van Nuys. AldecHome.com, that's ALDIK.
Looking to sell your house the fast and easy way? Tarek El Moussa, star of TV's Flip or Flop and Flipping 101, can help.
What's up, everyone? I'm Tarek El Moussa, and I created Tarek Buys Houses as a better way to sell your house fast without all the extra work of a traditional home sale. No matter its condition, we'll give you a fair cash offer for your house.
Job loss, divorce, facing foreclosure. No matter what the reason is, at Tarek Buys Houses, we move fast to give you a fair price for your home as is. You don't even have to worry about cleaning or throwing friendly home specialists. Give us some details about your home and let us know when you want to move. We'll make you a fair cash offer right over the phone. We can close as fast as 7 days with no closing costs.
If you want to sell your house fast, give us a call today.
For your free, no-obligation cash offer, call now.
Call 213-510-8919. That's 213-510-8919. 213-510-8919.
All news and all that matters to you.
From the Telco Studios.
KLX AM FM and HD, KRTH HD2 Los Angeles.
KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Everything you need, every time you listen.
Coming up, our top local story. Rosemead High School closed down after a thread posed on social media. This is KNX News 97.1 FM. It's wonderful.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacey Lynn in Washington. Texas officials answering hard questions today about what took so long for them to respond to the shooting at the elementary school in Uvalde.
Police should have confronted the Robb Elementary School shooter sooner. That's according to Texas Department of Public Safety Director Stephen McGraw.
For the benefit of hindsight, where I'm sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that.
McGraw says the on-scene commander thought the classroom shooting was a barricade situation rather than an active shooter. Jim Priscilla, CBS News, Uvalde, Texas.
A few hundred miles away, the NRA is holding its annual convention.
The tragedy in Uvalde has focused even more attention on the NRA gathering. This member gives the view of many that guns are not the problem.
Guns are not evil, it's the people that are committing the crime that's evil.
The gathering has attracted protesters who want significant gun safety laws.
I feel like The Walking Dead, that it'll be me next.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott was supposed to deliver a speech in person. Instead, he will speak on videotape. Former President Trump is today's main speaker. Steve Futterman, CBS News.
After a 6-week trial, Johnny Depp's libel lawsuit against Amber Heard, his ex-wife, is now in the hands of the jury. The judge addressed the jury before they began this morning.
You must consider and decide this case fairly and impartially. You are to perform this duty without bias or prejudice as to any party. All persons stand equal before the law and are entitled to the same treatment under the law. Our system of law does not permit jurors to be governed by sympathy, prejudice, or public opinion.
The holiday weekend is here, and gas prices are insane. But that's not stopping people from getting out of Dodge.
It's about $130 for a street. It's not going to deter us from hitting the road.
About 40 million Americans are going somewhere. People are being much more mindful.
AAA spokesperson Molly Hart says high gas prices are forcing drivers to budget differently. But it's not a huge roadblock for travelers. AAA predicts this weekend will still be the busiest it's been in 3 years.
stories already popping up about the shooting. We look into why this happens always after such tragic events. And the war in Ukraine, it has shifted to the eastern portion of the country, where Russia is making some gains. Are things now changing, though, in favor of Russia?
People love their smartphones, so what's the harm in using them too often? There's going to be a study about how they impact mental health, but we can probably have some guesses about how they're not good for us. Since the pandemic, more people are working remotely at home, some of them moving to more affordable areas. Businesses notice they want to pay people less when they do that. And lots of excitement this week on TV and at the movies. Obi-Wan, Stranger Things, Top Gun. No shortage of entertainment this weekend, so we will end the show talking about that.
Well, why do I have a feeling you're going to see all three of them?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. We start, though, with the mass shooting. CBS reporter Jim Krasula is in Uvalde and was at the news conference this morning, where police admitted, well, they made the wrong decision. Jim, thanks for being with us. I guess the key question, at least in my mind, having watched the news conference, is if that time gap, the amount of time it took until the police eventually got themselves into that classroom and shot the shooter, did that make a difference in terms of the number of fatalities? In other words, do we know whether or not the kids and the teacher in that classroom were killed instantly when the shooter barged in, or was it something that took that entire span of time?
If you listen to what they said in terms of the timeline from the head of really what's actually the state police here, the Department of Public Safety in Texas, Stephen McGraw, if you listen to the timeline he gave out, it gives you the impression that all of the shootings took place initially when that 18-year-old gunman went into that fourth grade classroom. Then there was no gunfire for an extended period of time, and as you mentioned, the police were waiting outside in a hallway. Why did they do that? According to McGraw, because the commander on scene mistakenly, now we can say mistakenly, thought that they were dealing with a barricade situation as opposed to an active shooter, because there was no longer any shooting going on in that room.
We have these 911 calls, though, and that's ending up being a huge problem for people who are saying, well, no, they should have known, because there were still calls coming in, and somehow that didn't translate over to the team that was in that hallway. If they thought this was a barricade, why are kids calling 911 saying, send the police and help me? And why is that info not getting to the officers who are there on the scene?
It certainly seems that there was a communication breakdown somewhere in the whole process between the 911 calls and dispatchers getting that information to the police who were in the school. There were about 20 officers in the school, and then ultimately a tactical team from the Federal Border Patrol came in and shot the gunman. Uvalde's only about 70 miles or so from the Rio Grande River, the Mexican border.
I can't imagine that this latest news, on top of everything else that has transpired in that town the past few days, I can't imagine this latest news is not having an enormous impact on the people who live there, especially their parents, relatives, and friends, which is, I guess, almost everybody in town, right, of those who were killed.
Fellas, I guess I'd have to say, being here since early Wednesday morning now, as the week has progressed, I think it's fair to say that the initial disbelief, the anguish and total despair, and the grief, the deep, deep grief on it, has given way